Hey, good morning from Southern California. So, a question I get asked by pet parents is, how long does it take to train my pup? So, I definitely know why you're asking that, and I understand. But, I have a couple of tips that can help you get that training done a little bit quicker. So, who am I? My name is Linda Kwan, and I am the owner and trainer at WowBowWow. We specialize in working with pet parents with puppies and adolescent dogs, and we help them understand their pup so training becomes easier. So, who's out there? Where are you tuning in from? Let's see here if anyone's out there. Do I see any comments right now? No, I don't see anyone joining us yet. But if you are, where are you tuning in from? And what's your pup's name? So, yeah, I get this question about how long this may take to train their dog. So, whether you have a puppy or a newly adopted dog, first you're trying to get them acclimated into your home. So, in the beginning, a lot of it is trying to establish a new language with them, a way to communicate with them, to help them feel safe, right? Because before they're able to learn, you got to help them feel safe. Like all living things, we all want to feel safe before we can actually think. So, first of all, making sure you get them comfortable in your home is primary. Now, one of the things I see is, have you ever done a sport or played an instrument? And even recently, um, I've been trying to improve my swim strokes, and I'm trying to break it down to where I have a better pull so I don't have to do as many strokes to get across the pool. But you know what? It's incremental improvements as I'm making the small adjustments. Same as when I was playing an instrument like the piano. Uh, when I was playing a new instrument, a new piece, there would be a phrase or a section that I just couldn't get through very smoothly, and so I repeatedly kind of practiced that area over and over again until it became much more smooth. So, how about you guys? Any of you out there play the sports or play an instrument and understand what I'm saying to you? So, same thing. Working with your pup. You got to take those small steps, and as you're working with them, make adjustments of the maybe sections or areas that it's not working well, and try to reevaluate how to help them learn that better. Maybe breaking down the steps into smaller pieces. So, um, and then a second thing I want to recommend is that you keep the sessions short. I know a lot of us, take our pups to a course or have a private session, and because of convenience, it's for maybe an hour or so. But it's better if you train them in short sessions, and especially when they're young. Their attention span's kind of like minimal. So, 5 to 10 to 15 minutes tops, and then working on a specific two or three things at most, right? And I also suggest keeping a log. Like, for example, keeping a log of doing a specific task or behavior that you want them to do, practicing that maybe 5 times the same way, and then assessing whether or not they're getting it. If they're not getting it, for example, if they only get it right 1 or 2 times, then reevaluate how you are presenting it to them. If they are getting it maybe 3 times out of the 5, then you kind of have a better idea that, okay, maybe next round, after a little break, we'll do it again the same way. And if they're doing it 4 or 5 times really well out of the 5 times, then, you can move it to the next level. Now, so that brings me to also consistency, making sure everyone in your family is working with the dog in the same way, teaching the dog pretty much the same way. I know for, each of us as individuals, our hand signals may be little variations of each other, but basically similar enough. And dogs learn contextually, so how they learn with one person, it may not translate to the second person. And so they have to practice with that second person. Again, on the same note, working in the house is not the same thing as working in the backyard or working out in the neighborhood. Distractions can be one reason, but also, contextually, it's a different area, a different kind of environment, different things are going on. So making sure you practice leveling up as they're getting better at a behavior in those kind of different kind of contexts. Okay, I hope these were helpful hints. And lastly, you know what? Have fun. Make sure make sure that your time with your pup, these short periods that you work with them, is a fun time. You don't have to be a drill sergeant. It's all about trying to break down the steps and help them learn in those incremental steps. So I hope these were helpful tips. And let's see here if anyone's here. I'm going to check again. Okay, I don't see anyone that's joined us. So does any of these tips help you kind of give you an idea of how to proceed with your training with your pup? So, training your pup, it depends on your dog too. You could have the best plan laid out, but, you have to go at your dog's pace. All right. So just make sure you keep that in mind too. I don't see anyone joining us. Now, if you're coming back on a replay, hashtag replay, and you can let us know where you are tuning in from and what is your pup's name. And if any of these tips I gave you about training your dog is helpful. And so there is no pat answer in how long it will take to train your dog. Again, it depends on your dog, the time you put into it, and how you train your dog. But if you need more help, I'm here to answer questions. So come back here. You can ask your questions too. Hashtag replay and ask your questions. All right. Have a great Tuesday, and thank you for joining us for our Training Tip Tuesday. See you on Saturday.